everyone. It is half past the hour on Friday morning, the 18th of July. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bruce Edwards here with Marshall Cease. A lot of weather stories going on out there. Severe weather in the Dakotas. Torrential downpours in the same spot in Oklahoma that's inundating the region. And, of course, the big story is Hurricane Danny down on the Gulf Coast. The Weather Channel has crews out there. Kristen Dodd is just east of Grand Isle, and she reports that the winds are pretty quiet now.
Yeah, it looks like it might be in the eye.
Still there, yeah. So it's not going to move fast. That's the worst part about it. Just like the same thing in Oklahoma, it hasn't moved in 24 hours, so it's going to dump on a lot of folks. A lot of rain.
17 inches of rain already in north central Oklahoma. And we also have a tornado warning right now in South Dakota for Crocker and Bradley, those towns. That's in northern Clark County. Doppler indicated some just incredible severe weather in the Dakotas. Moved out of Montana. Let's cover it all now. First, we'll take you for a tropical update on Hurricane Danny. Made a hurricane at 2 o'clock this morning. Tropical Storm Danny became Hurricane Danny. It is now packing winds at 75 miles per hour. Its center of circulation is at 29.2 north and 89.9 west. It's about 40 miles southwest of Boothville, Louisiana, and its pressure at 29 inches, 992 millibars. Now, there are hurricane warnings in effect from Morgan City, Louisiana to Destin, Florida. The track of Danny is a slow one, and the track takes it first to the north-northeast. Now, as it gets over land, you'd think it might weaken a little bit. However, this is very low-lying land here, a lot of swamp area. It's some of this below sea level, so it may not weaken much, and then it'll be back over water again. So definitely a threat for some time to come. It's nearly stationary, and when it's moving at all, it's only moving at the rate of about 5 miles per hour. Now, the storm surge is significant here because there's some very shallow waters, and we expect 4 to 8 foot storm surges anywhere from about Grand Isle to the east over toward Gulf Shores, and then to the east to Destin we have a storm surge about 2 to 4 feet, and westward to Morgan City about 2 to 4 feet. Current satellite picture shows it pretty well here, the enhanced infrared picture, and Bruce, we forgot to change the colorized version of it. We're going to a new view. That's this one that you see right at the end there, the close-up, as it is now over Grand Isle and moving to the east. We'll do the radar picture next, and that'll give you a pretty good idea what's going on. Some heavy rain south of New Orleans. New Orleans not getting heavy rain right now, but it certainly is down around Houma, Louisiana, down around Grand Isle, Nebraska. How about Grand Isle, Louisiana? And again, they evacuated Grand Isle yesterday, and some folks, I guess, elected to stay down there, but the fear was that roads, transportation to and from Grand Isle were definitely many of those might be impassable this morning with all this rain. So a very slow-moving storm this morning. Doppler radar kind of shows the eye right here, and Kristen Dodd right near this area indicating the winds have diminished this morning. We've had wind gusts in that area up to 60 miles per hour this morning, and that was indicated earlier this morning. Now, meanwhile, out in the Atlantic, we also have a tropical depression number 5, and we're going to take you for a tour of that a little later this morning. Meanwhile, we're going to try to get some of this equipment changed, and having a little technical difficulty. Well, suddenly we're in the Western Pacific, but we're looking for water vapor imagery that ought to be coming up sometime soon. There it is. It's in North Dakota right now, where we have a tornado warning in effect. One of the towns here in South Dakota, is Bradley, which is in the path of that storm. The heavy rain falling in Oklahoma is what Bruce was talking about early. 17 inches of rain has fallen here. 3 stories. This is one of them, almost a little mesoscale or very small hurricane. We have a twist in the upper levels of the atmosphere and heavy rain falling here. We have Hurricane Danny, and then dew point temperature is high, and that means the heat index is going to be high today. That's the third story throughout the eastern half of the country. This trough still an area of which we are probably going to see the triggering mechanism for showers and thunderstorms today. Down to the south, we'll watch Danny as it progresses to the north-northeast. Again, you can see the very, very tight circulation just to the south of Grand Isle and just to the south of Bouffville, Louisiana. Look at this turn in the atmosphere in Oklahoma, though. This is the area that has had flash flood warnings and evacuations also, with up to 17 inches of rain. The 17 inches has fallen just to the west of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and there's almost looks like feeder bands, almost like bands of rain circulating around this thing. That started yesterday morning. Bruce was talking about that. It's 71 in Atlanta currently, 78 degrees in New Orleans, and the upper Midwest, big problems in North and South Dakota. And there it is on radar once again. This is the possible tornado south about 30 miles of Aberdeen.